man's looking for pigeons. And he just found one. He steals phone calling card numbers. But she's seen this before on CNBC.
Calling card thieves.
Watch CNBC every night for information that hits home and see what's happening before it happens to you. CNBC. Watch it tonight. Use it tomorrow.
Getting your kids ready for school can be difficult. Deciding what they should wear can be even more difficult if you miss the school day forecast on the Weather Channel. You'll find out the conditions for the morning drive or for the wait at the bus stop. This forecast can help you decide what type of clothing your child needs to keep them protected each school day. So don't prepare them for the world without preparing them for the weather. Watch the school day forecast weekday mornings 35 minutes after the hour, only on the Weather Channel.
She's in New York. He's in LA. And between them, you'll find the biggest stars, hottest movies, and the latest in TV, music, and the stage. From Broadway to Hollywood, in front of the camera and behind the scenes, if entertainment's making news, Jim Murray and Lauren Sidney will tell you what's happening in Showbiz Today. Live, 5:30 on the East, 2:30 on the West. Weekdays on CNN.
This is the Metro Chicago Sports Network coverage of high school hockey. The last game of the first half of the season, the New Trier Trarians green team take on the New Trier blue team. So it's all in the family. Glad to have you with us. This broadcast brought to you under broadcasting rights granted by the Metro Chicago Sports Network, solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use in the descriptions and accounts of this game without the express written consent of the Metro Chicago Sports Network is an infringement of the copyright and strictly prohibited. This game is pre-recorded for presentation at this time. Your announcer is a paid employee of the Chicago Metropolitan High School Hockey League, North Division, and solely responsible for its content. Glad to have you with us. And hockey action tonight. All in the family. Happy holidays to all of you. And it's one of those times. New Trier Green going to come into this one well on top of the league now. At least they will finish with a single point advantage over everybody else. And this is their opportunity, so to speak, of coming out well in command. That was the New Trier Brain Trust, and that's the New Trier Green Brain Trust, and that's the New Trier Blue Brain Trust. Jeff Jones, the blue coach, was a college teammate of Dave Cromer, the green coach. So it's really kind of all in the family. Both Jones and Cromer, former Metro North players, will be back for the drop of the puck in just a moment.
Influence are you under?
When I was young, I discovered music and practiced to become a musician. Later, I joined the Navy and became an officer and learned about discipline and teamwork and doing your best. Then playing pro ball, the dream of a lifetime. These are the things I love. These are my choices. But none of them would have come true if I hadn't made an important decision a long time ago. I don't do drugs. That's what's worked for me. Think about it.
Try Amy.
Amy. Yeah, she'll go. Amy. Hey, it's Tom. Listen, I got tickets for Saturday. No, it's okay. Sure. Yeah, I'll see you. Debbie, and then Kathy, now Amy. What gives? I don't know. Just don't get it, dude.
If you ever think you're not tall enough or tough enough, pretty enough or smart enough, or you don't want to try something because you feel you'll look awkward, if you think you'll never learn it or play it or figure it out, or you feel unsure because you're not quite the same, well, everyone gets these feelings. But if you believe them, you're selling yourself short. Way short.
A message from the U.S. Navy, where we believe the only way to grow is to rise to the challenge.
This is the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Glad to have you with us. All set to get underway. Matt Nilles, the referee tonight. And as usual, we've confused things up. The green team wearing the blue uniforms and the blue team wearing, as it were, the green team uniforms or the white uniforms. All set, and we're underway. On the near side, this isn't a question of who's going to win tonight. This is a question of how bad they're going to win. And kind of a clinic, I would suspect, on passing on the part of the green team. Near side, centering attempt. That was broken up and wrapped around to the far side. And held in the zone by Green. Lutz right through the slot. Over to the near side. Centering attempt didn't quite work. Another centering attempt didn't quite work. Now there's a shot and the kick save. Rebound, another save. John Barron in goal right now for the blue. Nice save. Third one, the shot, a goal! Danny Lutz puts it home. Lutz with the goal. And it's 1-0. As we said, this is going to be a clinic here on passing on the part of the green team. They're just so much faster and bigger. Flipped down into the zone. Taken by the green team. Brad Parker put it behind the goal. Now taken by Jamie Crowley. Crowley works it up the ice. Crowley to the near side. Eichelberger put it into the zone. Or was that Millard? No, taking it back. It was Keneally. Over to the far side. And now picked away. Little back and forth action. Wrapped around to the near side. Back behind the goal line. Nelson Forsberg had it briefly. Now Blue having trouble just getting it out of the zone. Picked up by Pat Yast. He fed it out. Now right back in and back out and put back in to lay offside. Yeah, back behind the goal. Pat Yast. Yast up ahead. Taken by Davidson. Davidson puts it to the far side. Nelson Forsberg. Forsberg up ahead and offside. I believe. Yes, offside. Against New Trier. Green. Green and blue. And I'm going to be saying that all night long, screwing up which team is doing which. Carini dumped it down into the zone. Steve Carini over to the near side. And Green sets it up to the far side, out, off the boards, up ahead, out to center ice. And now flipped down into the zone by Green. Takes a funny bounce off the Zamboni door. Carini, near side, held in the zone by Jeff Forsberg. Jordy Katz on for the first time. Ben Nash, turnaround shot, save. Carini out to the point, held in the zone. and brought to the near side. I'm willing to bet you the brothers Lutz face off quite a few times tonight. Both of them are centers. He's out there now, Charlie Lutz. Charlie Lutz flips it into the zone. Back behind the goal line. Passing. Feeds it ahead and over, led the pass. Taken by Chris McLeod. McLeod back behind the goal. Chris McLeod. Up ahead for Elliott Johnson. He gets it into the zone. Yes. Pat Turner with the shot, grabbed and held on. We're in the first period, 1-0 already, Green, early on. The Green team will be playing in the Blackhawk Charities Tournament. I noticed this year they've added midget teams, just so long as they don't allow players to play on both teams. They got to choose which team. And that's my only concern. Flip down into the zone. I mean, the Blackhawks have a right to do to play in that tournament who they want. Centered into the slot, tried to kick it in, and that didn't work. Luke Shane tried to do that. Behind the goal line. Now picked up by Dan Lutz. Dan Lutz up ahead. Into the zone. Paul Benjamin tried to pull the trigger. He couldn't do that. Back behind the goal line again. Now centered. Turnaround shot. That ran into traffic. Third attempt. That didn't quite work. And cleared to center ice. Taken by Green. Killen fed it ahead. Forgot the puck, and then picked up and dumped back into the zone by Rob Karger. And a whistle, and back behind the play, we have a penalty coming up on Dan Lutz for holding, or boarding. Dan Lutz, a minor for boarding, is Dan Lutz's father is there with the camera, and I think he told his father some unpleasantries about pointing that camera in his face. On the near side, now cleared ahead. All the way down into the zone, and by the Green team, taken by Forsberg. For blue. Forsberg. Johnson into the zone. Left by Sortel over to the far side. Out and cleared to center ice. Eichelberger on the breakaway. Drop pass. Shot. Ran into traffic. Second attempt. And now swept away by Barron. Green team shorthanded. All the way down into the zone, and it'll be touched there. Near side, Johnson. Back behind the goal, and Green takes over. Up ahead, Eichelberger. Eichelberger just put it to the corner. Yast. Keneally, the forechecker, Johnson. And stolen away. Now cleared to center ice. I doubt if you're going to see much offense here from the blue team. Green team just overpowering and not allowing a lot of shots. Deep to the corner. Out to the point, Davidson. This year, of course, we're a little different in the league in that this year we have a seeding round, and this game finishes off that seeding round. And it will be New Trier Green, Glenbrook North, Loyola Gold, Evanston, Lake Forest, and Stevenson that will play in the, if you will, the Scholastic Cup bracket. And the Founders Cup bracket will be Glenbrook South, Deerfield, Barrington, Niles, Loyola Maroon, and New Trier Blue. Which means these teams will only meet this one time during the course of the season. Passon. Flipped into the zone by Katz. Barron left it there. This year in the upper bracket, it has been a very close race. Only a point or two separates 4 teams. To the near side, flipped into the zone, back behind the goal line. Now there's a shot to save. Millard. The blue team very scared, but they're also standing around, not really picking up people. Charlie Phillips clears it, turns out to be a long shot on goal. Right away, Passon brings it back. Passon cranks it to save. To the far side, back out to center ice. Johnson put it deep to the corner. Near side, wraps it around, out ahead. Passon. Nobody here on the near side. They'll collide along the boards. Justin Millard went down and went down on the puck. Whistle stops the play. Next week here on the Metro Chicago Sports Network, it's basketball action and gymnastics. Girls gymnastics from Wilmette. And the following week it will be hockey and gymnastics. And then we'll get back to our regular schedule. That basketball game between Evanston and New Trier canceled earlier in the year because of a postponed because of a shooting will be played that first week back, and we will attempt to bring that to you as our game that week. Deep to the corner, Yast. Ho. And a whistle. Somebody got an elbow to the face, and we have another penalty coming up for elbowing. Punition. Pat Yast. 2 minutes pour avoir bouche. For those of you who understand French. That's what I said, but I said it in French. And the brother Lutz will face it off. Charlie and Dan. Dan won the draw. Taken by Eddie Park. And we lose a puck up into the higher reaches of the stands. It came back. Face off on the near side. And again, the brother Lutz. No, Charlie got chased. Couldn't square off on the face-off. Back out, Jeff Parker. That boomed high. to the near side, held in the zone by Green. Back behind the goal line. Now centering attempt. That didn't quite work. Near side, Dan Lutz. Back for Paul Benjamin. Benjamin gets bumped by Chris McLeod. Eddie Park joins in, and Park takes the puck, clears it, and with the help of one of the Green sticks, out to center ice. Right back in. Picked up by McLeod, and he clears out again. Jeff Parker to the far side. Back over here to the near side. Jeff Parker again to Lutz. Lutz into the zone. Lutz, nice move. Shot a goal! And he's got 2 tonight. And it's 2-0. I always like this time of year because all the alums come back to say hello. That's always nice. And to a couple of them here at the Green-Blue game, obviously New Trier alums. Cleared out to center ice. Here's Crowley, dropped past it. Nobody there, out to the point. Picked up by Green. Centering off a leg to the corner on the near side. Brody Lemaire got bumped. His brother has been around a little bit tonight. Bo Lemaire was the goalie for Green last year. He's now playing for the University of Arizona.
Green goal for number 71, Danny Lutz. Assisted by number 54, Jeff Parker, and number 21, Peter Cecil at 3:59.
And the face-off coming up over on that far side. Heavy check by Passon. Yoon brought it into the zone offside. Happy holidays to all of you. Here from the Metro Chicago Sports Network. And another face-off. Pat Keneally. Back into the zone. Passon and an error there. Gave Johnson a shot. Matt Brash into the slot again. Now picked up, and here's Green. Crowley into the zone. Jamie Crowley. On the near side. Keneally. Shot and a save. Actually, this line from the Green team should be doing a lot better than it's doing, even though it's leading New Trier in scoring. I mean, they just pass like crazy, and they can just get it into the zone and into that right spot. But that line with Eichelberger. Oh, what a fantastic save by John Barron. Oh, Davidson was stuffed, and the second one, Barron pulling it out of the air. Jordy Katz with the shot, and John Barron with an outstanding save. Oh, my. That line, but getting back to what I was saying, that line with Eichelberger, Crowley, and Keneally just should be doing a lot better than it's doing as far as scoring. I mean, they just pass like crazy. They get it into that right shooting zone, and for some reason they just don't pull the trigger enough. They get lazy with taking the shot sometimes. Out to the point. There's a shot to save. Both Eichelberger and Crowley are close to being in the top 10 scorers in the league, but I mean, they should be closer to the top, I would think. Minute 23 left to play here in the first period. 2-0 in favor of Green.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Everyone's wearing these blue shirts. Where am I?
Icing. And we'll move it back down into the zone. On the near side, cleared out ahead. Back behind the goal line, picked up by Cecil, put to the far side, out to the point. Back behind the goal line. Millard. Cleared all the way down. Picked up by Ho. Centering attempt didn't quite work. Jeff Parker. Elliott Johnson. There's a shot, ran into traffic. Elliott Johnson, and then he had his pocket picked. As the horn sounds ending the period. At the end of the first period of play, it's Green Team 2 and Blue Team nothing. We'll be back with more.
Hi, I'm Frankie Avalon. Some decisions we make when we're young can have lasting effects, like messing with drugs. Now, drugs can ruin a life before it really has a chance to get started. Your local Naval Reserve has a program that shows kids the dangers of experimenting with drugs. There are programs for 3 separate age groups. To arrange a presentation to your group, call your nearest Naval Reserve activity.
Steel. Shape it with fire, muscle, and sweat. Polish it to razor-sharp perfection. What you end up with is a Marine. Maybe you can be one of us, the few, the proud, the Marines.
In times of need, all across the land, we're your friends and neighbors who lend a helping hand. And through the years, when our nation called, we're the ones who answered, standing tall. When we were needed, we were there. The ones who showed we care, carrying the weight on these proud shoulders.
You're watching high school hockey on the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Happy holidays to you and yours from the Metro Chicago Sports Network. And remind you that next week on the Metro Chicago Sports Network, it's basketball action from the Proviso West Tournament and girls gymnastics. Join us when we resume our hockey schedule after the first of the year here on the Metro Chicago Sports Network. And if you'd like more information about these broadcasts, please call us. Our phone number is 441-0522, 441-0522, or you can write us at the Metro Chicago Sports Network, 1749 Orchard Lane, Northfield, Illinois, 60093. That's the Metro Chicago Sports Network, 1749 Orchard Lane, Northfield, Illinois, 60093. This is the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Stick around for more hockey action.
The air dances with the waters, which brings the rain that feeds the land, that is home to the animals. All life dances together.
In a world so connected, choosing one environmental cause can be hard. EarthShare is 40 environmental charities working together. You and your company can help by calling 1-800-MY-SHARE.
All life lives, or doesn't, together.
Gee, Vince, what kind of dummy wouldn't know how to use a child safety seat?
Beats me, lads. Child's play.
You just buckle him in.
Unless he's over 20 pounds.
Then this one's good.
Except if he's over 40 pounds.
Then you're into this kind of rig.
What if he outgrows that?
Put him in a booster seat?
What if he's too big for a booster seat?
Would he use the safety belt?
The Auto Safety Hotline can tell you everything you need to know about keeping your child safe in a car.
I'm a wreck.
Totaled.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Call 1-800-424-9393.
In the Army National Guard, you'll be challenged like never before. Trained to serve your community and protect your country. You'll be one of the best, able to overcome any obstacle. Being one of America's citizen soldiers is not for everyone. It takes determination, pride, and strength. Accept the challenge and become the best. The Army National Guard. Americans at their best.
If you took away a star for every 1 million people who didn't vote, and a stripe for every 5 million non-voters, and a patch of blue for the 10 million people who didn't care, exactly what kind of flag are we waving?
Hi, I'm Candace Bergen. We all pay attention to candidates and issues at election time, but the issues we confront then, like health care, jobs, the economy, are important all the time. Stay involved in the political process. Contact your League of Women Voters for more information or become a member of the League. Remember, we get the government we deserve.
This is the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Welcome back. Glad to have you with us. We start the second period with the green team already up by a couple. And we're ready for the face-off. The draw is controlled by blue. They flip it into the zone. Sortle with a save on the weak shot. Lutz back the other way. Offside. Killen was in ahead of the play. On the near side, it's Green again with it. Killen ahead for Lutz. Lutz to the corner. Back behind the goal line. There's a centering attempt. There's a shot. Save. Rebounds. Pops free. Killen. Put it into the slot again. And all the sticky wickets in the way. The puck never gotten very far. Out to pass, and the big blaster to save. The rebound pops free, and then Barron able to grab it and hold on. Blue is really collapsing in, trying to protect Barron, but in the John Barron, but in the process, there's not much room to pass that puck out of the zone. I think that's a case of Green being well aware that they can't, Blue being well aware that they can't skate with Green. So they're trying to get in close to protect the goalie. Brad Parker. Kind of tells you how they're being loosey-goosey, the defenseman going in back behind the goal. That's one thing that they teach in college hockey. And those programs that your defenseman, no matter who he is, don't ever go behind the goal line. Brad Parker. In fact, I've known cases of players being benched for a couple of games for doing that. Near side now, O'Donohue. Overskated by Karger. Crowley. Park had it briefly. Crowley with it again. Tries for the wraparound. That missed. Jeff Parker. I think I figured out what the problem is with this line. They try and do too much by themselves. Cleared the length of the ice. Why they don't score as well as they should. Lump and Egan to face it off. Out to the point. Back behind the goal line to the far side. Out to the point. The cranker just a little wide. Cecil ranges in off the point. Now he has it again. Put in deep. Lump centers it. Jordy Katz shot. Save. And then up ahead. Down goes Egan. He got pulled down, and we get a hand pass out of the whole deal. Hand pass. Tom Hughes, the linesman. Tom's been around for a while. Now the draw squirts back into the green team's end. Yoon up ahead, put it to the far side. Now Roger Lump. Lump, he had his pocket picked. Katz. Lump. Near side and flipped down deep by Yoon. Back behind the goal line, right into the slot. The shots and a goal! Jeff Davidson with the goal. Davidson with the goal, and it's 3-0. Green will open up against the Northwest Chargers in the Blackhawk Charities Tournament at 8:45 at night on the 2nd. Give you the rest of the Blackhawk Charity schedule for Green. and some of the other teams on our network. On the near side, cleared out to center ice. Flipped ahead. Now Paul Yoon. Yoon to the far side. Up ahead. Now back behind the goal line. Wraps around to the far side. To the near side, up for Paul Yoon. Yoon into the slot, a little backhand attempt. That didn't quite work. Dribbles towards the goal. And then to the corner. Out to the point, off the boards. Right through the slot, over to the near side. And cleared out to center ice. Park, give and go. Back to Carini, shot just a little wide. And put to the near side. Cleared. And that's icing. Oh, I take that back. Green has 2 games on Thursday. They also play the Marist Redskins at 11:15 in the morning. So 11:15, Marist and Green, and then 8:45 against the Northwest Chargers. Loyola Ramblers Gold will play at 10:15 in the morning at in the B rink against the Northwest Chargers, and then Marist at 8 o'clock. Park. Now Parker. And Lutz wheels and deals, tried to center it, broken up by Yast. Carger, and cleared to center ice. O'Donohue, Killing. Paul Benjamin. And tried to drop it to the point and dropped it out of the zone. On the near side, now picked up by Killen. Killen takes the shot. They save by Barron, and he holds on. Some other games of note. Evanston will play Mount Carmel at 6:15 on Friday. And Green will play Gold at 7 o'clock on Friday night in the B rink. That Evanston Carmel game in the A rink at Northbrook. In the Blackhawk Charities Tournament. On the near side, out ahead, flipped into the zone. Jeff Parker put it to the near side. Cleared. And that's icing. Stevenson is also in this tournament. Stevenson will play Fenwick at 1:45 on 1:45 on Friday or Thursday. Shot to go. Jamie Crowley puts it home. From the Metro North, the teams in the tournament are Niles, Glenbrook South, Evanston, New Trier Green, and Stevenson, and Loyola Gold. Wrapped around to the near side, Lump. Back behind the goal again. Fed ahead. Picked up. And flipped back down into the zone on the near side. Davidson. Back over here on the near side and now cleared out ahead. Picked up by Passon. Passon centered it through the slot. Davidson out to the point. Off the boards. Passon. Centered into the slot. Kicked by Elliott Johnson to center ice. And now Blue trying to get some shots away. Passon pushed a little bit. Charlie Phillips got bumped down hard. Near side. Lump to the far side. Into the zone, offsides. While we have a break in the action, let's take a break in the action. This is the Metro Chicago Sports Network. We'll be back with more hockey in just a moment.
In a life-threatening emergency, you should know what to do. Say a loved one exhibits unusual symptoms. The first thing to do... Clear! No. The first thing to do is pick up the phone and dial your local emergency number.
Call 911 first.
Right.
How about mouth-to-mouth?
I don't think so. To learn more about life-saving techniques, contact your Red Cross.
Excuse me. Do you wear your safety belt?
Why, no. I don't wear my safety belt.
Thank you.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
Good afternoon, officer. My license and registration. Cheeseburger? It's hot out today, huh, officer? Maybe my tail lights out.
Shouldn't you be
carpooling? I guess you're right.
I guess I am.
Carpooling can save up to 600,000 gallons of gas a year. This message sponsored by Ad Council and Earthshare.
Statistics show that 46% of all kids who smoke marijuana are inner city youth. Guess who the other 54% are? Call for a free parent's guide to drug prevention. 1-800-624-0100.
This is the Metro Chicago Sports Network, and we're ready to continue our play between green and blue. New Trier, that is. The Lake Forest Glenbrook South game got a little rowdy tonight. Believe it or not, both goalies got game suspensions off incidents. Taylor Rice gets a single game for a kicking infraction. And Doug McClure is actually gone for 6 games. The 3 of the Blackhawk tournament and 3 from the league. Off a fighting penalty. Flip back to the blue line, put to the far side. Lake Forest, incidental to that, won the game 4-0 and consigns the Titans to the Founders Cup bracket. Right through the slot, on the near side, out to the point. Now there's a shot and a save. Loyola Gold won tonight, 9-1. Lutz with the shot to save. Out again to the point. And back to Peter Cecil. Squirts out to center ice. Flip back into the zone. Didn't get it there. Now the second effort by Brody Lemaire. Cleared back out to center ice. And Dan Lutz offside. Lutz put himself offside. And Lutz goes, how did I do that? And what he did was he turned himself around so that the puck squirted off the end of his stick. And then he went into the zone, and as he picked up the puck, it was offside. He's still kind of complaining to Tom Hughes. Picked up by Killen. There's a shot, a goal! Paul Benjamin. Jeff Parker on the near side. Cleared out ahead. Dan Lutz. There's a shot to save. Peter Cecil. And now cleared out ahead for Peter Cecil. Flipped ahead for Dan Lutz. Lutz tried to center it, didn't do so. Now he'll try for the little shovel. There's a shot, a goal! Paul Benjamin with 2 of them here. Get close in, and the route is on, as though we didn't expect this. As we said at the start of the game, this is kind of a family affair beyond the players' family affair. The coaches, it's a kind of a family affair too. And of course, it's a Metro North family affair in that both the coaches played in Metro North. Dave Cromer played for Evanston at the same time that Jeff Jones played for Glenbrook South. Hey Jeff, it's a toaster oven off. Never mind, that's a family joke from a long time ago. Matt Passon. There's a shot and a save, back behind the net. I forget the rest of that one. a joke with his mother. She was a little frazzled one night over at the Glenview Ice Rink, and I heard the one line of the conversation as she's trying to get a hold of the kids and make sure that the toaster oven's off and the television off. And long shot and the save. Rebound and a goal by John Eichelberger. And I think we're going to have running time here in the third period. I should mention that Blue has changed their goalies after Barron did a sensational job. Jim Robertson now in goal. Both Barron and Robertson are sophomores. On the near side, now flipped back down into the zone. Back behind the goal line. Flip to the near side. Deep. Shot attempt didn't quite work. Out to the point. Held in by Brad Parker. The big blast, the save. And now grabbed and held on.
3-6 goals scored by number 18, Paul Benjamin, assisted by number 21, Peter Cecil, and number 71, Danny Lutz. At 2:58. Green 7 goals scored by number 24, Benjamin.
Now the puck pops free to the near side. O'Donohue puts it deep. And they push it along a little bit. On the near side boards. Picked up, centering attempt, didn't quite work. Out to the point. There's a shot, a save, off a deflection, and held on. With a minute left to play here in the second period. Green up over their counterparts, the Blue, by the score of 7-0. The face-off. Back behind the goal line. And out they come. Elliott Johnson put it into the zone, back behind the goal. Luke Shane had it briefly. Now Roger Lump controls for Green. Roger Lump fades it ahead, and that was broken up and flipped back in by Forsberg. Parker to the far side, and Katz back behind the goal, and Green controls. Lutra Green out of the zone. A pass attempt didn't quite work. Davidson offside with just 11 seconds left to play here in the second period. "11 seconds to play here in the period. On the near side, and the horn sounds, ending the period. At the end of the second period of play, the score is the Green team 7 and the Blue team nothing. We'll be back with more hockey action in just a moment.
Is it ever too soon to save for college? U.S. savings bonds grow almost as fast as kids do. Get U.S. savings bonds for half their face value and double your money when held to maturity. Get U.S. savings bonds for education, where you work or where you bank. They grow almost as fast as kids do.
Tastes like in America. U.S. savings bonds. In times of need, all across the land.
Pictures of hope from ChildReach. Families and communities freeing themselves from the grip of the world's cruelest poverty with the help of ChildReach sponsorship. Self-help programs that mean clean water, medicine, schools, food, and a real chance for a better life. If you'd like to be part of these wonderful pictures, call 1-800-346-1100. 1-800-346-1100. ChildReach sponsorship. Yes, it works.
Right now, Americans 18 to 80-something are using their heads to solve the world's toughest problems. Today's Peace Corps volunteers are effective business advisors, among the first to teach AIDS prevention and the world's largest environmental workforce. More than 140,000 workers in health, agriculture, and education have served in over 100 countries. If you've got a good head, an open mind, and a big heart, find out more about joining the Peace Corps. Peace Corps, the toughest job you'll ever love.
Sunshine and
are watching the Metro Chicago Sports Network on Continental Cablevision, Channel 19, and Post Newsweek Cable, Channel 2. Stick around, there's more sports action. The third period of tonight's hockey game coming up in just a moment, here on the Metro Chicago Sports Network. If you'd like more information about our broadcast, please call us at 441-0522, or you can drop us a line at the Metro Chicago Sports Network, 1749 Orchard Lane, Northfield, Illinois, 60093. That's the Metro Chicago Sports Network at phone number 441-0522 or 1749 Orchard Lane, Northfield, Illinois, 60093.
They've given our generation a label. X. Generation Nothing. They say we have no sense of purpose. They say we have no war to fight and no cause to believe in. Who are they? Join the thousands of us who are making a difference and wear a label that does mean something.
This warehouse is 5 stories tall, and it contains 45 million pounds of donated food. That's enough food to feed every hungry person in America for one day. Hunger is eating America alive. But if you can make a call, you can make a difference. Call Second Harvest, America's food bank network. Together, we're hunger's hope.
Remember how good it felt the first time you gave 5? Well, now there's another way to give 5. Set a goal to give more. 5 hours a week and 5% of your income to the causes you care about. It'll make you feel like a winner every day of your life. So give more. Give 5.
Call the Volunteer Network at area code 312-201-3550.
Glad to have you back for our third period of tonight's hockey action. Green and blue. Benjamin right through the slot. Lutz. Dan Lutz. Paul Benjamin. Killen. Lutz. Out to the high slot. Now flip back down into the zone. Killen. Wraps it to the far side. Forsberg and Benjamin. Boy, there's a difference in size. Lutz. Right into the slot. Shot a goal! Peter Cecil. And it's 8-0. We're into the running time clock by the goal differential here. So this third period will get done fairly quickly, I would assume.
Green goal for number 21. Green goal for number 21, Peter Cecil. Assisted by number 18, Paul Benjamin. And number 71,
Near side now. Passing. Into the zone. Drop behind the goal. Killing. Out to the point, passing from the high slot, and put to the far side. Charlie Lutz, now Crowley, cleared out ahead and out to center ice, and the green team will regroup. Yoon, that was broken up. Carini and Charlie Lutz. Carini, reason actually we're doing this game is because of the scheduling this year. We had to pick a game to continue our continuity, so to speak, of our schedule. And what can I say? This was the only game that was sort of available here. Charlie Lutz. I suppose I could have done the gold maroon game, but didn't make much sense. Back behind the goal line on the near side. Out to the high slot. Now Katz. There really wasn't much available tonight, scheduling-wise. And, of course, we don't have any hockey games in between or basketball games in between that I could have put on the air on Post Newsweek for Thursday on our scheduled time. Our Post Newsweek schedule is Thursday at 11, and that's the first game of the Proviso West tournament, basketball-wise, is Thursday at 3:45, so that killed that. That'll be one of the games. Somewhere down the road, we'll have one of the games of the Proviso West tournament. We'll kind of see how New Trier does. Pick the best game that they play in the tournament, and that will be the game that we will air. Deflection attempt didn't quite work. Roger Lump on the New Trier basketball end of our broadcast. As far as the hockey, we will probably have that green-gold game. There's a shot, a goal! It's 9-0. And Jim Robertson, all he can do is shake his head. These blue goalies are kind of dead to rights against a team as strong as this green team is. Back behind the goal line.
Green goal for number 19, Jeff Davidson.
Cleared. And that's icing. Here's the schedule for the Blackhawk tournament. Basically, we'll start in the A rink at 9:30 and the B rink at 8:30. And in the B rink, we'll run to 10:15 at night, the A rink to 9:30. Now, the second round is also on Friday. The play-down rounds, as it were, Friday from 9:30 in the morning to 9:30 at night, and then in the B rink from 8:30 till about 10 o'clock at night, and then on the Saturday, January 4th, it's 10 a.m. to 4:45 for the quarterfinals, and then the semifinals and the championship will be Sunday, January 5th, 8:30 in the morning till 11:15, and then the championship at 7 o'clock. All those games at Northbrook. That's for the Blackhawk Charities tournament. As we said, this green team will be there. Gold team, Stevenson Patriots, which is something of a surprise. I think we could have done better with Glenbrook North, but Glenbrook North has sort of died out. Lake Forest has sort of died out. Speaking about alums, there's Peter Marte talking to Kurt Wittenberg, one of the assistant coaches for Green. Peter Marte, now a pretty solid baseball player, playing for Michigan, University of Michigan. Dan Lutz. Out. Paul Yoon shot just a little wide, out to the point, was what I was going to say. Kellen back behind the goal line. Centered, now Lutz. Lutz got 2 early goals here, looking for the hat trick. Early goals in this game. Paul Yoon with the long shot to save. The attempt at a shovel in didn't quite work. Back behind the goal. And it's a goal! Squirted in under the skates of Robertson. In for the goal, and it's 10-0. And the clock keeps going. Two teams advance from the green team division, but only one team advances from, there's kind of a seeding that they've done on the Blackhawk Charities Tournament this year. So it's kind of interesting how they've done it. Two teams advance from the Nutrier Green division, and only one team will advance from the Niles and Glenbrook South division. They've named them for former Blackhawks. Glen Hall division has Stevenson in it. The Stan Makita division has Nutrier Green and Loyola Gold. The Bobby Hull division has Evanston in it. The Tony Esposito division has Glenbrook South, and the Chris Chelios, only new player, so to speak, has the Niles division Niles team in it. On that far side, puck kind of bouncing around there. Now O'Donohue picked up and cleared. Back into the zone. And cleared. That's going to be icing. And it is icing. Happy holidays to you from all of us here at the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Hope you enjoy these broadcasts. Like to hear from you. Now the face-off. Cecil. Near side. Killian. Roger Lump. Davidson. Out to the point. Jeff Parker kept it in the zone. He wasn't sure if he did. He kind of looked back at the linesman to see if it was good. Davidson. Shot just a little wide. Yast. Cleared out to center ice, and now everybody has given up on this one and just trying to let the clock run out, I think. Nobody really trying to do much of anything. Not much hitting, not much of anything going on. Almost like a practice game right through the slot. Jeff Parker off Carini and off the skate of Steve Carini, and then lose a puck, and will gain a face-off right in front of the student contingent. What little contingent there is tonight. Justin Millard on the face-off with Charlie Phillips. Or Matt Brash, rather. Brash actually won the draw. Passing to the far side, and the mad chase on, picked up by Ho. This is the sort of game you expect to find the third line on there, and the first line, your top line, almost no ice time for a game like this. There's a shot and a save. Ho back behind the goal line into the slot. Turnaround attempt, that's a little wide. Millard. Park on the far side, and this, quite frankly, this blue team made up almost entirely of young players, sophomores and freshmen. There's a couple of juniors on there, no seniors, and with it, of course, some of that experience is lacking on how to position and play hockey, because quite frankly it's not taught very often in the younger levels. And to be perfectly honest, a lot of these players on the blue team have been primarily house league players. On the near side. Ooh, ouch. That was a heavy one. And Brody Lemaire kind of tried to take a look and see what truck hit him. Turner. Egan. Turner triple teamed off the puck. Egan. 1 minute to play in the game. Egan. Flipped into the zone. Charlie Phillips. Matt Brash puts him into the boards. Held in the zone by McLeod. There's a shot and a save. Or just went wide, rather. Out ahead, and Lutz. That didn't quite work. Now picked up by Killen. Into the zone. McLeod directed it behind the goal. Picked up by Benjamin. And a whistle. And a penalty on the end of this. Too many men on the ice. Blue has 6 players out there now.
Too many men on the ice.
Yeah, there's 6 players out there right now. It's kind of like, how could you not see that one? There's guys all over the place. 6 players out there on the ice. And the running clock runs out. The final score, the green team 10 and the blue team nothing. Hope you've enjoyed our broadcast tonight. Happy holidays. See you next week. And as always, we say, so long, everybody, and happy holiday. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. And hope you enjoyed our broadcast this year. We'll see you soon. And again, let you know this broadcast brought to you under broadcasting rights granted by the Metro Chicago Sports Network, solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of the descriptions of accounts of this game without the express written consent of the Metro Chicago Sports Network is an infringement of the copyright and strictly prohibited. Your announcer is an independent producer of these games and solely responsible for its content. And this game was pre-recorded for presentation at this time. Thanks very much. Hope you've enjoyed it. And we say so long, everybody.
You're gonna make us late.
Hey, man, what is this with you? What's your problem?
Chicken. Come on, Mike. You're gonna make us late.
There's never a train here. Just go for it. No one's gonna see you.
The light's probably broken.
Yeah, let's go. Come on, Mike.
Come on, chicken.
Yeah!
I wish I hadn't listened to him.
Great winds of tradition start here. The United States Naval Academy. Here, we develop great military and national leaders.
At this range.
Here, moral courage, commitment, and devotion to country are a way of life. Here, our sons and daughters follow the footsteps of their forefathers' dreams, then surpass them with their own visions. Young people come here to face challenges and face them head on. Academic challenges, physical challenges, and moral challenges. These challenges mold the backbone of the Naval Academy's whole-person concept. Join the challenge. The United States Naval Academy, celebrating 150 years of service, knowledge, and leadership with a vision for the future.
Change. It's coming faster.
this century, it took years for all the world's knowledge to double. In the 21st century, it'll take days. Only those with high-tech skills will excel.
Tower, Spear 1-1, holding short of 1-6. Roger, Spear 1-1 here, clear, taxi, 1-6.
I'm getting those skills now in the Air Force. It's given me powerful tools, education, training, and experience to shape my future. With Air Force skills, I can keep up with tomorrow's changes, and so can you.
In a world of uncertainty, there will always be a need for those proud few who can prove they are a world apart. Maybe you can be one of us, the few, the proud, the Marines.